Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of the Paper Flaps News Network. This is episode 7 of season 2. We've got some really interesting news, so let's get into it. A Louisiana priest has been arrested after a video of him having a threesome with 2 women, one of which was apparently a dominatrix, on the altar of his church, was released to police. The local diocese responded by saying that they were upset by the news, but thankful that at least both women weren't children. We also just heard that the Archbishop Aymond has ordered that the altar be burned, which I'm not religious, but I do kind of get it. A Pakistani man, born without arms, has mastered the game of snooker. It's said that he has a leg up on the competition. He also once said that he doesn't need any handouts. But when his game is struggling a bit, he said it's really easy to keep his chin up. Unfortunately, his wife left him and took the kids after he proudly announced to the family that he had recently found what he called a foot job. A bride is reportedly heartbroken after the $100 dress that she bought on Wish turns out to look nothing like the pictures. It seems that buying from Wish isn't the best idea. And apparently, when making the wish, she got the Will Smith genie. A Tennessee man is in jail and faces an almost $30,000 fine after trying to resurrect his dead grandmother. As it turns out, necromancy is illegal in all 50 states, except of course in Florida, or on Easter. The United States Army has started testing augmented reality goggles for dogs. The goggles entered development after military working dogs, like their human counterparts, were showing signs of PTSD. With new augmented reality technology, instead of a scared Afghani man, they'll see a nice juicy kielbasa. Is that a child soldier running at the gate? Nope, just a silly cartoon cat for them to play with. And if that isn't enough to justify your tax dollars hard at work, just hear me out. Doggles. 300 packets of cocaine have washed up on a Dutch beach, sending residents into a fortune hunting frenzy. And by fortune hunting frenzy, I think they really mean cocaine frenzy. While 2 Florida deputies were responding to a pedestrian-involved car accident, both actually hit the pedestrian again. Fortunately, I suppose, the pedestrian seems to have already been dead. Kraft Mac and Cheese has started a new ad campaign under the auspice of sending nudes. Nudes spelled Noods. This is technically a campaign to encourage consumers to send nudes to their family and friends, which still sounds weird. But unfortunately for Kraft, the internet has already exploded with memes about people sending their quote-unquote noodles to family members. And for our last story of the night, 13 men have been arrested for planning to kidnap the governor of Michigan. Apparently they were associated with an anti-government group and had planned to instigate civil war. It's likely they will be charged with a number of things, including terrorism. Who knew that all terrorists do actually look like homeless people that will stop you outside a gas station to ask if they can borrow a cigarette? Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of the Paper Flaps News Network. We really do appreciate your support. Please remember to give it a thumbs up, feel free to share with all your friends, and leave me a comment down below telling me what you think. Otherwise, have a good night and I'll see you next week.